Hola, hola, hola. How are you doing, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me here today. I know I started a little bit late, but hey, we've got a great show coming up. We've got Rene Ramirez y Grupo Maduro that's showing up here today. Kelly Delgado's already here. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Kelly, congratulations on your nomination, girlfriend. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve to win, actually, because, I know what you do. You do good. So, with that being said, hey, let's just go ahead and run the intro. Bring in Renee. It goes like this. Mira nomás.
What's going on, my friend?
Just here, brother. How are you doing? Hey,
I'm
bro.
doing
Sorry.
much better now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta apologize to everybody that we're running late. It was on me. I was on me because I'm not very smart, and I was having some technical difficulties, but we got it figured out.
I
Thanks to
was
the
gonna
stream.
say, it was me, bro. You were.
Yeah, no, I'll take it. I'll take it, bro, because it was on my side, guys. But I'm glad to be here, my friends. Mucho gusto estar aquí con ustedes hoy esta noche, right?
Yeah, brother. Thank you so very much. La Reina's joining us. She says, "Hey, Indio, how are you doing, La Reina?" She's a singer up there from Lubbock, Texas. Let me tell you what, she's got some great talent, a beautiful person inside and out. And I can't wait to hear her next single. I've been waiting for a little bit actually, and we did a music video together. And man, she's got fire, bro. She's got some real fire, and I'm really excited for the new things that are coming up with her. So can't wait, girlfriend. Let us know when that song is coming out. Renee, by the way, he's got a lot of a lot of talent, a lot of stuff that's hanging in the background. I can't wait to see what else is coming up. You've been with Freddie Records it's been a while now.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. We're working on our third album right now. Ya tenemos. Actually, I went in and I just started recording, and they're all originals, ¿verdad? We
Mm-hmm.
ended up recording about 20 tracks
Yeah.
in total. What we're gonna do is we're gonna narrow it down to 12. Y luego con la gracia de Dios ya tenemos the next one started, ¿verdad? So yeah, estamos trabajando muy bien con Discos Freddy, right? They're like I've always said, they do an amazing job on every aspect of the music business, right? They're very professional, top notch, number one, como digo yo todo el tiempo. And I'm very excited to have the opportunity to be working with them, ¿verdad? Y también to be able to, ¿cómo te puedo decir? Show my music to the public, ¿verdad? Y tener la música que salga, not just here locally where I am, pero in Chicago, in Mexico, in Spain, it's all over the place. And that's a blessing as an artist, especially cuando escribes todas tus canciones, that's all you can ask for is a platform para que se oiga, and let the people decide on their own if they like it or what's what the deal is. So I'm very blessed and very happy and very humble to be working with Freddie Records. It's an honor.
Yeah, one of the things that I talk to Mark all the time, and Mark is the one that handles a lot of the new artists and everything else. So where handles a lot of the Tejano artists actually. Yes, he's like, hey, what happened, man? Because I had to cancel the last time you were supposed to come on because I was sick, and so thank you very much for making it up for me because
No, thank you.
yeah.
And you're looking great, man. You look great. So I hope you're feeling better. It's not a problem with me. I mean, it's always a pleasure to hang out with you, bro. And como me dices tú a mí, this is your house. Well, same thing with me. You're always welcome. I mean, I'm always happy to just have a chance to speak with you and hang out and say hello to everybody, ¿verdad? Everybody
Yeah,
watches.
it's real good to have you on because you're a great artist and a great guest and just a great person in general. But one of the things that I've told Mark is that yours is a little different to navigate because like from a lot of artists that are on my station, they're kind of regional. It's like these are East Coast people like their music, or West Coast people like their music, or Texas likes their music. You're pretty scattered. I cover 137 countries, and you're pretty much like, it's hard to say, well, he's if you put them all together, that's a different story, because then you can tell how big you are in the industry. But when you spread it out like that, you look thin. But it's really because you're all over the place, as opposed to just in this little corner. And you could be a big fish in a little pond, or just a regular fish in a big pond. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
It's better to be just a regular fish. I'm telling you, trust me. You get a bigger piece of the pie that way. So, but it's good to hear. And I love your music. I love everything you've done. And I always play different songs that you have, because I want to show people that you have a different side. You have a wide variety of vocal range. You have a good variety of music. You have your own style, that's for sure. But it's a good variety of music that you're gonna get to hear whenever they hear you live, which I haven't yet experienced yet. I haven't had a chance to go see you. But where are you located at, brother?
Well, currently I'm in San Diego, Texas. But originally I was born and raised I was born in Alice, Texas, and then I grew up in una rancheria que se llama La Parrita, like going towards San Antonio, in between Orange Grove and George West, I guess you would say. So I grew up in the country, man. I grew up in El Rancho, hanging out with my grandma, because we really have, our closest neighbor must have been 20 miles away, 13 miles away, something like that.
Yeah.
Then later on, I ended up moving to Alice, and but I was born in Alice, so I mean, I'm basically from Alice, Texas, que la tierra coyotera, right, like they call it. And I grew up here, and now I live in San Diego, Texas, which is just about maybe like 8-10 miles south. No, wait, west of Alice, Texas, right? So yeah, I had to do my compass, because
left, right, go to the north, south.
yeah. So yeah, big shout out to everybody in Alice, Texas. Toda la gente de Corpus, ¿verdad? Aquí en San Diego, Texas, también got a lot of friends and family and fans también aquí en el área. Everybody that follows me on Facebook and all that good stuff. I really appreciate you guys. And aquí estamos y no los vamos. And like I said, we're working on the next album. Y también ya tenemos, we got a new, I just got to mention that we just released a lyric video for Que Estúpido Fui. También we're going to be releasing an actual video that we just wrapped up. We got to get all the permisos, ¿verdad? Everybody's got to sign off. And I wish it could just come out right away, but it's a process. But hey, I waited this long. I can wait a little bit longer, ¿verdad? So be on the lookout for that, everybody, ¿verdad? The lyric video for Que Estúpido Fui, y también el video que va a salir también de parte de Discos Freddy. The name of the song is En La Parranda, right? That's the one we're doing the video for. So we're bringing that one back because we just did the video for it, and there's more videos coming. Con la gracia de Dios, we're working on all that también, and también, like I said, recording and writing and just staying busy. This weekend we were busy all weekend, and I'm a little bit hoarse, like they say. But hey, I tell you what, it's worth it. And como te puedo decir, it's something that as an artist you pray for, that, and when those doors start to open up, you better be ready to answer that, because you're praying for it. If you want it, you better go after it. So I'm very happy to just be working and staying busy, staying active, and tú sabes, echándole ganas, como dice.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Actually, I was down there in Westlaco this past Saturday. I was down there in Westlaco. That's far, brother. That's way too far. That is equal. I was like, nope. I can't live here. I can't do it.
It's a little bit far from where I'm at compared to from where you're at.
Yeah, from where I'm at, it was a long way. But it's going back and forth from there, and then I was in San Antonio for a fiesta and also for Tejano Explosion, which was a great event. By the way, Santos Aguilar, thank you so very much for all your help with Tejano Explosion. I know we worked together with the people there from Tejano Explosion, and it was a great event despite the weather. Lots of people came out. For all those of y'all that entered the drawings for the contest, I'm glad that y'all won. For those of y'all that didn't, that won, that weren't able to show up, I sent out some packages for y'all. So, and Gavino is in the house. He says, "Hey, Indio, you should have came to see me in Harlingen." No, I wanted to leave, bro. Y'all guys, what is up with down there in the south? Y'all put, you know what? The jalapeno salesman down in the Valle, he needs like a bonus because that guy is putting jalapenos in everything, man. There's jalapenos in. I mean, what you order a steak. Hey, we're gonna put some jalapenos on it. You order some beans. We're gonna put some jalapenos. They're called jalapeno beans. You're gonna put some rice. They're gonna put some jalapenos in it. Jalapeno rice. The baby's drinking some milk. Put some milk in it. We call it jalapeno milk. That guy needs a raise, man. Because y'all guys, everything has to be spicy, and I'm allergic to peppers, man. It's like I'll have ice.
Right, what can you eat?
I'll have ice. We put jalapenos in. Oh shit!
Ah.
I brought my own water.
Jalapeno water, right?
I know, right? Y'all guys are crazy with the spiciness down there, man. So I was like, ain't happening, man. But no, it's really, really cool. But you were talking about the lyric video. I have it here with me. Que estúpido fui. Right. And I know we touched about it the last time we talked about it. I think you played it for us, just a little bit of the Que estúpido fui, because you were promoting it. That was going to be your next single. We were promoting a different song, but
right.
Que estúpido fui is a great song. I have the lyric video. Let's go ahead and take a listen to it because that's the current one that you have right here. And Gabino says it's called Mexican.
Jalapeno, the lyric video.
But y'all eat it like candy. What the hell, man? I see kids walking around. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm walking around with napkins and she's going, oh my god. The priest saw me. He grabbed water. He's like, "Dame na soblen." All right, que estúpido fui with the one and only Rene Ramirez. That's Rene right there. I'm into you right here on Cubo Radio.
Floté arriba y nunca pensé en caer. Viví en un sueño hasta que un día desperté, porque alguien nunca me hizo saber que nunca tuve realmente el control. Permanecí en la ignorancia, sin duda la infancia del remordimiento y el dolor, porque me amabas y yo me burlaba de ti. Qué estúpido fui, porque me amabas y no sentía nada por ti, hasta que te perdí y ahora me arrepentí y no vuelves a mí. Otro amor, pero no puedo desearte mal. Eres buena mujer, no te guardo rincón, mereces lo mejor, porque me amabas y yo me burlaba de ti. Qué estúpido fui, porque me amabas
song, brother, man. Gotta
Right,
love the
all
song.
right.
You know,
Yeah,
I said it during the interview that during the intro when I was because I do a radio intro for those of y'all that don't uh, watch the or don't listen to it on the radio. I do this whole little intro, and I said it's conjunto well. uh, it's too cheap to call it conjunto because it's progressive. It's conjunto based of sure for sure,
oh yeah.
but
You, you, you know
it's
the background with my dad and all that. Yeah, so it's definitely conjunto based, pero
but it's
es música que like something. It's what I feel, verdad? And that's what I when I first signed with Ferry Records, they asked me if I had original music, and I said I got a lot of original music, and like I said, I've been blessed que me dieron la oportunidad to put it out there, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing. I'm just gonna keep putting it out there and putting out more and more and more. And like I said, we just recorded 20 songs, all originals. Not all of them are mine, but I would say maybe 17 of them are mine, and then the rest are from other songwriters or that. So yeah, we're very excited, man, and it's tough to put a label on my music because one song is like one way and then the next song is a different way and then yeah. And I've always tried to do that because I never wanted to be ¿cómo te puedo decir? Que todas las rolas se oigan igual or have the same. It's just like I feel like if I'm not writing something new, then I'm not writing something new. You know what I mean? So that's what I try to do. And esta canción to be it started off as a rock and roll song when I was in high school, and it said yeah, and it said I floated up above and never thought of falling down. Why didn't someone let me know that I was never, ever, really, ever in control? La da dee da 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 da, no doubt. The infancy of self-remorse that I could just not live without. Remordimiento, all that. So I transposed it. And the reason I did was because my brother Rene Ramirez, he brought it up. He goes, "Hey, bro, you remember that rock song?" It's like I had it in my mind the other day because I used to play a lot in high school. We used to play at the parties and all that stuff. And he goes, "I had it in my mind the other day. You know, you should try to make it into a span." I said, "You know what? Let me try that." So it came out. Flote arriba, que un día desperté. So I started messing with it, and I was able to transpose it, and that's why it has that little, like como dices tú, it's conjunto based, but it's got like a little rock and roll feel to it.
Yeah, it's just progressing the music, and that's one of the things that I've always been promoting is that we need to keep moving the music forward. There's a lot of great music that it's built on, and I'm not discounting any of it. I love a lot of classic music, a lot of music that people haven't heard. You need to listen to my show on Sundays. Should have been a bigger hit because I play a lot of the music that people haven't released because I have it. Good music is good music. That's all there is to it. But we also need to move the music forward so that way we can reach more people, but also to make it grow, to let it grow. And that's what I love about your music. It is conjunto based. It is conjunto to me, but it's got a great feeling to it that's very new and very enigmatic. That's what I love about it. You can't put your finger on it. It's like, I like it. It's supposed to be conjunto, but it's not like, it's not Hometown Boys conjunto, but man, it's got that flavor and whatever it is. I like it. It's what's that? Tajin. I think that's what y'all guys. I was like, what the hell? These kids are eating it, man. I thought it was chili at first. I was like, they're giving it to their kids. No wonder they all eat jalapenos.
Yeah.
Like, no,
it's a different spice. It's a different spice, ¿verdad? La música esta. It's like I've always said, ¿verdad? I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel because the wheel is the wheel. I'm just trying to add my little spoke on it. And going back to a lot of the stuff like that people love, like the Hometown Boys, the Rene Ramirez, all that old classic music. A lot of that music was old music when my dad was young. Porque me acuerdo, and for those that don't know, my dad played original gambler con Rene Ramirez, Gamblers, Presos sin Delito.
Well, he got a phone call. There he is. Hold on. He's back. Hey, don't they know you're on the air? Don't they know you're on the air? They called you. Hey, loco, your number came up on the. He's like,
No, yeah, yeah, no, but going back to that, me see, I mean, like, because I asked him, I said, man, Dad, how did y'all get that music? I mean, that music that even, and this was when my dad was still, he was still alive, and he passed away about 5 years ago now. Que en paz descanse el jefito. But at the time, it was already, he had been, I guess you could say semi-retired or retired because they weren't playing no more, him and Ruben. Pero the music was still on the radio. Like if it was, and this was probably when I asked him, this was pre Ricky Naranjo, or right when Ricky was barely getting going. So they were still playing the Ruben Naranjo music, the actual, lo que es el mero sí señor, right? And,
right.
and I remember asking him, I said, man, Dad, how would y'all get all those rolas, man? They're powerful, as powerful as the day y'all recorded them 30, 40 years later. They're still powerful. He said, no, mijo, esas canciones eran viejas cuando yo estaba joven, right? So a lot of those songs were songwriters from, a different era, man. And I got to give it up to them. They were amazing songwriters to the point where those songs are still powerful to this day. Que poco tiempo me das. All those songs, powerful to this day. And you can hear them on the radio and como quiera te van a, como dice la gente, que te van a decir que te van a mover el bote, right? So,
Right.
And what I'm doing is it's my take, and I'm not in no way comparing myself to the greats, verdad? Pero I'm doing my thing, my version of what I feel. I just want everybody to give it a chance and pay attention to it. Listen. So I know for a fact a lot of people have gone through some of the things that I'm writing about because that's where I get most of my inspiration from. And I'll be honest, some things I've been through myself, ¿verdad? And I might not be proud about it, pero pues así es la vida, son cosas de la vida, right? And and now it's like I'm doing my own thing, and I get people they tell me, hey bro, man, dude, I was drinking to that song all night because you hit the nail right on the head. And I'm like, yeah, because it's stuff that from reality that I see or that I've gone through, and in reality, como te digo, so you don't go crazy, I write it down. I write it down and I turn it's my outlet. That's my outlet, and I've always been like that. And I mean, since I was young, we have an ongoing joke, right? Because they're always asking me, well, you got another song? And I'm like, yeah, and I'll bust out another one. And they're like, what about, you got another one? I'm like, yeah, and I'll bust out another one. And it keeps going. They're like, dude, when did you write these songs? I'll be like, oh, I was about 12 years old when I wrote this song. And my drummer, a big shout out to Adan Vela Jr., he always says, man, you had a good run when you were 12. Because all the songs, I always say I wrote them when I was 12, right? Because that's just a general, I felt like I was 12. I'm not going to say I wrote them all when I was 12, but that's when I started really paying attention and writing down stuff. And I would always say, one day I'm going to put it all out. And porque even mi mamá también, que en paz descanse, she passed away. And she was always my biggest critic. And I loved her for that because it just made me write more and more and more. Porque le enseñaba una canción and she'd be like, I'd be like, well, let me go back and write a better one. And she'd be like, oh, esa está buena, pero And so it was always driving the tennis, and so she was my biggest critic, which I loved her for that. And I mean, I loved her because she was my mom, ¿verdad? Pero the fact that she was always, willing to either be honest with me or keep pushing me, saying keep pushing me at the same time. And it was just, something that I always just, and she would always tell me, why are you writing all these songs? And I said, because one day I'm going to record all of them, va a ver. And gracias a Dios, con la ayuda y la esquina de Discos Freddy, ¿verdad? I've had the opportunity to get, I think I'm on like, I was 12 the first album, 12 the second album, a Christmas song, and then it's going to be 12 here. So I'm no good at math, but that's quite a bit already.
37.
37, there you go. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. My goal is to record at least 100, mientras que me da vida y salud. Dios me da vida, salud. I'm going to keep working And and as long as Freddie Records gives me the opportunity to keep putting out new music, original music, stuff that nobody's ever heard, ¿verdad? I mean, it's except for my buddies, ¿verdad? And my musicians, pero it's an honor and a privilege to be able to put out this music, y que la oiga la gente for the first time, right? And love it or leave it, right? Either ways, I'm gonna keep working and putting it out because that's what I was. I hate to use the cliche, but that's what I was born to do, right? So aquí ando y no me agüito, right? Y le echándole ganas.
That's a good thing, and the fact that you're progressing it, you're making it progressive. It's great, and welcome to the new day. Remember, you said one day. Well, yesterday was one day, so there you
Yes,
go.
sir.
Yeah, so you're good. Real quick, let me catch up real quick. David Vela says, hey, Indio. David Vela, Oakland is watching. Got caught up Sunday. Couldn't meet with you, brother. Hey, don't worry about it, brother. Life happens. It's all good in Hollywood. Don't worry about it. David Vela, by the way, he is our resident actor. He is the Centurion in the Netflix series The Chosen. So if you have Netflix, please do me a favor, do David a favor, go and watch Netflix, give it a thumbs up, let him know that you like the series, keep David in work. I think David's working on a couple of other projects, and that way, the only way we can level up is together. Let's help each other out, and it's a great show. He does a great job. I think he's a mean guy. Okay, so he's not like the good guy. He's the bad guy, but he's like he used to be a football player. So what do you expect? That's why I talk shit here, not in person, because he's like huge. No, he shook my hand and it's like I was like a little baby. I was like, whoa, dude.
It's like I'll be quiet, but when you leave, I'll be talking again.
When you leave, man, when I shook his hand, I was saying some in my mind, but I wasn't saying it out loud. No, in my mind, I was not just kidding, Dave. I love you, brother. Mel Abrego, by the way, the other part of the Mel and Hoya, the talk, track, and trends show that's here on Cuba Radio. She's here as well. She says hola and to everybody. My good friend Rick Valderrama, saludos. He says, I say saludos back, brother. Thank you so very much for your hospitality. A great friend of the show, a great person. King of Harmonies is what I'm going to call him from now on, because that guy, he knows exactly what he's doing. And man, the horn sections in all of his music is on par. It's beyond, it's great. And, I can't wait to hear the next songs that he's coming up. He's got a new project that he's putting together. And Rick, he's the GQ of Tejano. He's always class act, always with the suits and everything else. He makes me look sad, because I'm always in a t-shirt. But, Rick is a great guy. And he let me stay at his house this past weekend. And so thank you very much for that, Rick. I really do appreciate you. Jose Olivas, how are you doing? He says, hola, amigo. Grupo Entrego in the house. Grupo Entrego's got another song they're fixing to release with Jenny B. So I can't wait to hear from that. These are a great group of guys here from West Texas, and they've been making a lot of noise, and I can't wait for them to blow up like they should, man. They got some great musicians, very, very tight. And that's one of the things that I love about your music, Rene, is that your music is it's not noisy. And what I mean by that is that it doesn't have a lot of extra stuff. It's just good, clean, solid music to make it full. It's a full sound with all this, without a lot of noise. Sometimes people want to put a whole bunch of stuff in it, and you're like, slow down, bro. It doesn't have to be loud. It's not how loud you get, it's how well you get loud. And that's the key thing. And right. I love the mastering on your music. Janie Rios, hello, NDO. Janie, how are you doing? Thank you so very much for joining the show. I really do appreciate you, sweetheart, for being here. I enjoy having you here. Thank you so very much. Danny Noyola, saludos, amigo NDO, de parte de Alma and Danny Noyola de Corpus Christi, Texas. And my good buddy, the Loon Meskin, he says, hello, everyone. How are you doing, Alfredo? Thank you so very much for joining us, brother. Rene Ramirez is here. He's got his bajo sexto to make me look bad. I left my bass back there. I should pull my bass so we could play together.
We say that every time. We need to do that, brother. We need to do that.
Dude, I cannot play. Well, I play the bass, but I'm not a musician. I tell people that all the time. I can play. You tell me a song and I can play it, but I'm not a musician. A musician has a special kind of heart. You know what I'm saying? They got it in them. You know what I'm saying? For me, I don't want to be on stage and doing all that stuff. That's y'all stuff, man. I'm the guy. I'm the guy that creates behind the scenes. I mean, I'll get up there and do it if I have to, but
Well,
you know,
I think what, bro, what you do is not easy either,
yeah.
and I wouldn't want to switch places with you either because it's not easy what you do, and it's greatly appreciated because it's your show and other shows también that are keeping the onda going, right? And not only that, but introducing us new artists to the community, right?
Oh yeah.
And what you were saying about not putting too much, I like to I learned a lot from my dad, and
Hmm.
because he was a great man, and he would always say things like el respeto te va muy lejos, la palabra es todo lo que tiene en la vida. He would also say, la música es como un caldo, and if you put too much salt or too much pepper or too much comino or whatever it might be, I mean, I don't know how to make caldo, to be honest with you, but if you put too much if you put too much spices, you kill the flavor, right? So you want to just
Right.
put lo que lleva, right? And it's funny that you mentioned that because I literally live by that, or not live by it, but I'll play, record my music by that. And another thing también, como a lot of people, como when we first started, éramos cuatro, right? So you're getting that sound from just the bajo, the accordion, the bass, and the drums. So it's a big sound for being just four guys, and I'm not too sure if the definition is still out there, but I remember one time I looked up the definition of conjunto, and it didn't say that it was a style of music. It said it was four guys. Four guys is a conjunto, like a duo, a trio, and four is a conjunto. Cinco is a grupo, six and up, and then you go after seven or eight. I think it's una orchestra, and so and then a banda, and then an orchestra. So if you look it up now, I think it'll tell you that it's a conjunto, is a regional music sound that was created and stuff. But back when I looked it up, when conjunto was literally fading away, because at one point it was fading away. I remember my dad and Ruben were having problems finding gigs, and it was because everybody wanted the new stuff, which was Emilio and Selena and all that, and
Yeah.
todo tiene su tiempo, right? And at that time, that's what was hitting, and it was big, it was huge. That's what Capital EMI and Sony and all them guys got involved, ¿verdad? Everybody had a bus. You know what I mean? Before that it was a van, right? Pero so yeah. Back then, when you would look up the definition of conjunto, because I actually did in my Spanish class, I actually did I guess a report or whatever you want to call it, where
Yeah. No report.
I had barely started learning how to play the bajo, and I think I played Cuando te vio me olvidé de todo, de tus fracasos y de mucho más. Ahora me encuentro muy enamorado, no sé quién viene y no sé quién más. Será por ti que ahora estoy. No, I thought I was I'm not gonna say it, but I was like, in class, I was looking at all the girls like, yeah. But
Yeah.
I was barely learning at the time, and I did a report, and I had to give the definition of conjunto. And at that time, when you would look up the definition of conjunto, it said a band composing of four musicians, bajo, sexto, bass guitar, drum, bateria, right, and accordion, and characterized by vocals with harmony, which is a primera and a segunda, right? Because a lot of people didn't sing like that back then. They would sing like primera and then segunda just in pieces. And traditional conjunto is primera, segunda throughout the
Throughout
whole
the whole entire song. Yeah.
entire song, right? So it's crazy that you mentioned that about not being too loud, and because it was a perfect segue into this right here. So yeah, we're definitely conjunto based, conjunto rooted, ¿verdad? And we play all the music, como we play live, ¿verdad? We play the Ruben Naranjo, we play Hometown Boys. We play everything, chamacos, you name it, we play it. Pero when I go to record, I record my own music because of the fact that but una es que pues it's what I feel, it's what I write, and another is that's what Freddie Records is asking me for. So I give them one. Eventually maybe I'll be able to do a cover album, which I think I want to do that, and I want to dedicate it to my dad and my uncle, ¿verdad? Who passed away también. They're both Hall of Famers también. So I want to dedicate it to them and do some of that old music like I told you that my dad said, estaba vieja esa música cuando yo estaba joven. So
but see, that's a compliment for you. That's a compliment that one of the things that a lot of the musicians that listen to me or that I interview, that's one of the things that I always pay attention to as an audiophile, a person who just likes music. That's what I call myself. And an audiophile really just means a person who's really technically sound on music. But it's just paying attention to why music sounds so good. Remember, English was my first language. I learned Spanish in college. I didn't, and I'm Native American, so I didn't learn Tejano music or conjunto music till I was in my late 20s. So it wasn't something that I grew up with or something that I was exposed to, something that I fell in love with. And so when I hear music, I hear the music first. Then I hear the lyrics. I have to translate the lyrics later. So it's never vice versa. And so like some people, when they talk to me in Spanish, like when we go out to eat. And, Marina Morales, she says, "Hey, Lawrence, love you. Hey, I love you too, girlfriend." We've gone out to eat before, and they talk to me in Spanish. And if I'm tired, I don't know what you said. It's like, no coffee yet. No pedo, no coffee.
And my thing is, I talk a lot of Tex-Mex, ¿verdad? Like right there, for example, I'll throw in just a few Spanish words. I mean, I can speak Spanish if complete Spanish, but I'm not going to say I'm 100% correct on it. As a matter of fact, Mark, we speak in Spanish all the time so that I can keep progressing, and not only that, but he'll tell me, "Mira, esta palabra aquí que escribiste, verdad? No, it doesn't even exist."
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, "Are you sure? Forear is not a word." Forear is not a word.
There's no such thing as
and so I but he's always checking me on that, and I really appreciate. A big shout out to Mr. Mark Martinez and of course all the Martinez family, ¿verdad? Mr. Freddie Martinez, of course, and all the staff there. They put in a lot of work, man. I write the songs and sometimes I change them up and they're like, "So you changed the name again?" And I'm like, "Yeah, the name. And esta canción, I'm not going to record it after all, and we're taking this one out." And they're like, "No." It's a process, right? And they're keeping tabs of everything, and but I really appreciate them, and I really thank them for giving me that creative license, right, to be able to do that, to be able to say, "No, sabes que, I think I have about maybe a total of 5 songs that I've scrapped that were really good songs. I'm like, I wasn't feeling it, so I said, no, I got another one. Let's do this one instead." But eventually I'm gonna come back to those and work on them and fix them up and bring them back, because I in the studio with that. I mean, we go in there, we're prepared to record, but a lot of times, man, ideas come up and it's original music. So look at, there's no set, right. What is that word?
It grows. Yeah, it's not set in stone. It grows.
Right.
It grows. Yeah, and that's
Exactly.
definitely the right thing. And actually, you said something that's really important for those people that are listening that are wanting to start a music career or thinking about doing that. It's very important. If you're not happy with it, don't release it. If you're not happy with it, do not let it go. Keep it with you. Don't let it go until you're ready and you are confident and you are happy with it. Because once it's there, once it's out, it's out.
That's right.
That's it. And you don't get another chance at it. And
that's right.
It's better to wait. I know you want to get it out there. I know you do. And that's why I say when you send your music in, make sure that it's recorded to industry standards, because here's the deal. You send me a song, it's too loud. It's not recorded right. It's not mastered right. If it sounds loud on my system, just imagine how loud it's going or how terrible it's going to sound on this.
Right.
90% of people listen to music on this, and they don't listen to it on stereo. They're not listening to it in their car. They're listening to it on this. And this is not designed to be your best friend when it comes to music. So make sure that everything you're teasing, your T's and I's are dotted and crossed, because that's what's going to kill you. That's what kills music. And I've sent back music because I'm like, look, bro, it's just not working because it doesn't fit the format. It doesn't fit what I need it to do. Because if not only is it going to make your song sound bad, it's going to make my station sound bad, and we don't want that. We want to
Right.
work together. We want it to sound good. But it's a very good thing that you said that, because that's very, very true. It's okay to say no, not right now, because that's a very good quality to have. Not everybody can do that. There's very few people that can say I'm not right now. Everybody, there's a lot of people that say, oh, I'm always perfect, I'm always right. But
No,
no,
right?
that's
No,
not. I have a mom that'll let me know I ain't right, and I have 4 college degrees. She like, you dumb, you're
yeah,
dumb.
yeah.
And I'm like, mom, you dropped out in the 8th grade, you're still dumb. Like,
Yeah, hey, that's your mom. She's always gonna be right.
yeah,
No matter
that's right.
what.
Marina,
Yeah.
look, she even said, look, Marina says yes all the time. See, that's me. No coffee. Fabian
Yeah.
Peña, how are you doing, brother? He says, saludos amigos de parte de sus amigos, los Arcos Hermanos Peña Oficial. Brothers, man, they got some great music out right now. Go check them out. Support them. Hey, Fabian, let us know when you're going to be performing next, so that way we can promote that song for you, man. Let us know so that we can let people know so they can go out there and support you. Marina says, yeah, my mom says I'm the best singer. Well, let's put it on. Let's put it on tape, girl. What are you doing? Don't tell me. I got microphones. Let's do
Yeah.
this. Yeah,
That's
no,
one thing.
no.
Dude, that's one thing I always recommend. If you're gonna be listening to music on your phone, do it with earbuds or headphones, because you'll get the more or less the real sound. It's very important, because a lot of songs they lose a little something on that, on the speaker from your phone. But if you put them on some, and they don't even have to be quality. They just, as long as you got some headphones on,
Yeah,
it pumps right in where you need. You just control the volume, and you'll get
yeah.
that the full range, the full effect, like they say.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
it's a
it's it's
big
better than
difference.
listening. It's better than listening to it on your phone. The best thing to do is actually listen to it on a CD, either in your home at your stereo, or on your car or whatever. Uh, that means you bought the CD, and you're helping out you're helping out your artist, because the artist gets that money right away. But then you can also really hear what the artist wanted to give you. That's one of the reasons I really pay attention to music, because it's only respect for the artist. So that way I can show them that I do listen to their music, and I do pay attention to the things that they do. That's just mutual respect. They're giving me their time for me to be with me on my show. I have to give them the mutual respect by listening to their music and paying attention to everything that they do. And so that way I can let them know that I was listening to the music, because I like the licks that you do on your guitar, on your bajo, especially when you're moving from one chord to the other. You do that little climbing lick, when you're going through the chords. You do that little climb. I like the way that sounds. It's different. It's definitely, that's how I know it's you, because I hear it. When you're going from like your C to your F, and you hear that, you get that little lick to move you through. So it's not just one jump; it's a little lick that goes all the way through. It
Yes,
makes
sir.
a difference. But how many people that have interviewed that you do that? See?
Not too many. No, and like I said, once again, man, I appreciate you as well. Everything you do, and I know all the other artists that you've interviewed probably feel the same way, because, como dices tú, I mean, you take the time to hear the music, and then like you told me, you have personal favorites, and they're not even the ones that I released. You know what I'm saying? So that tells me a lot. And I really
Yeah.
appreciate that, and everybody, right, who listens, I appreciate them very much. And como digo yo, I mean, and all the new artists, right, that are coming out, give it a chance, man. Yes, all the old stuff is great, pero pues I mean, there's some new blood, and even like like I'm not a young cat anymore, right? But there's some young people coming out. The fact that I said young cat should tell you everything right there.
Right there, you should know it
So
right away.
yeah, you should know right there. Pero there's a lot of younger artists that are coming out que están, tremendos. They got a lot of talent, man, and it's. I've never been a hater. I've never been somebody who, there's like a saying, right? That if you climb up a mountain, you should always reach back and pull up the next person, right? So
Right.
that's always been my thing. I've never been a hater. I love all music, from Spanish to rock to rhythm and blues to jazz. I mean, you name it. I like it. If it's good music, como dices tú, like you say, if it's good music, it's good music, And I kind of don't. I kind of wish there was no set genres. I kind of wish it was just like you play music, ¿verdad? Pero pues, I mean, I know that it's got to be like that because of but that's how they separate and what do you call it? Classify everything. So but there's an occasion that you get some artists that they're just unique and doing their own thing, and it's hard to classify them, and sometimes that becomes a hurdle, that is hard for them to get over, because it's like, pues qué son, right? And everybody wants to put you in a box, and I don't want to be in a box, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I'm not a box. I'm me. Yeah,
Exactly.
and and that's why I appreciate what it is that you do, because what did I say at the beginning? I can't put a name on it. I know what it is, but there's no, and that's what's beautiful about the music, man. It's wonderful. Real quick, Gil Jimenez, how are you doing, brother? He says, saludos. Lawrence, how are you doing, brother? Thank you so very much for joining us. Ford Muscle Luis, he says, hey, saludos desde Houston, Texas. Can't wait to hear Ali's fifth single coming this Friday. That's right, Ali's coming this Friday. So that's Ali, who is Alfredo's granddaughter, and also Janie's granddaughter. She records with Shelly Lattis, and she's got a new song coming out this Friday, which is an amazing artist. She's like 16 years old, 15 years old, bro. And I met her when she was 12, and she's tremendous. En gusto se rompen géneros. There you go.
Yeah.
You had to write it in Spanish, girl. Marina. She give me a hard time already. George Venta says, hey, just stopping to buy. Awesome show. Indio Freestyle Cartel in the house. Thank you so very much, George. I really do appreciate you for being here, brother. Let us know who you got coming up on your show so that we can share it. Let's listen to another a song real quick. One of the songs that you did that I really like is Ella. And give us a little background on that song, Ella.
Ella is a song that basically I wrote it with a mind that I wanted to do it como I wanted it to be like tiene la manera especial, me siento un loco enamorado cuando ella no está, and then for another singer to say y yo la quiero como nada y nadie más. Ella es el pan que me alimenta, ella es la luz de mi existencia, and then come together and be like, es la dueña de mis. So in other words, one guy was talking about the girl, and another guy was talking about the girl, but without knowing that they're talking about the same girl.
Yeah.
And that's how I actually wrote it. Though más que, unfortunately, the gentleman that was going to sing it with me, Mr. Noe Moreda, big shout out to him. I mean, he got sick at the time. And he had to have some surgeries and stuff, and so time is money, and we had to get in there and throw it down. So I ended up singing it as a solo, but I really wanted to do it como así como dos voces, like two guys talking about the same girl without knowing that they're talking about the same girl, and that was the original plan behind it. But it came out really well, man, and and I really liked it, and it did really well for us. También it charted on all. So far, gracias a Dios, everything we put out has charted, and that in itself is a blessing. I mean, I'm just happy to, like I say, have the music playing out there, y que siga para adelante, right? And but that's the background on that song, and I'm glad you brought that one up because it's one of my favorites.
Hey, told you,
Like you
brother.
said, like you said.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
from Rene Ramirez y Maduro, right here on Cuba Radio.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Rene. I'm Indio here on Cuba Radio.
Tiene la manera especial. Me siento un loco enamorado cuando ella no está. Y yo la quiero como nada y nadie más. Ella es el pan que me alimenta, ella es la luz de mi existencia. Es la dueña de mis pensamientos, es la dueña de mi vida. Pienso en ella noche y día. Ella es mi consentida. Ella, solo ella, tiene la magia en cada beso y en cada beso yo me pierdo. Ella, solo ella, tiene mi alma por completo y por completo yo la quiero. Es la dueña de mis pensamientos, es la dueña de mi vida. Pienso en ella noche y día. Ella es mi consentida. Ella, solo ella, tiene la magia en cada beso y en cada beso yo me pierdo. Ella, solo ella, tiene mi alma por completo y por completo yo la quiero. Porque ya eres tú, porque ya eres tú, porque ya eres tú.
Yeah, brother. Told you, man. And it's great. And what I love about it is the counter melody from the accordion. You know, the accordion is going up as the key is going down, and it's a counter melody. It's not typical to the to the uh, to the normal conjunto rhythm that's always going in the same. And and then also your lick, the lick that you always play when you're moving on that, and it's always at the tail end. It's just a little subtle, little enough, but it's really great. The ending is always cool. I really love that. The bass is strong. The drums do exactly what they're supposed to do. They don't get crazy. They just do what they're supposed to do, keep the heartbeat. And it's really wonderful song. I love the song. And I love the way it really seals it. And it makes sense now that you told me that it's supposed to be two parts. I just loved it because of the way the sound, the music, and everything else. I didn't really know the lyrics. I just know some of it, you know. And so that was really cool. Fabian Peña, he's like, hey, rocks up, man. That's cool, cool.
Yeah.
Carmen
And
Peña.
I'll tell you what.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. My bad.
I was just reading the comments. Los Arcos Hermanos Peñas Oficial says, saludos. And then Marina says, hey, like the accordion at the end. Yeah, that's great.
All right. I'll tell you what, esa canción, I was showing it to my buddy, and he goes, you know, and my girlfriend said, ¿Y quién es ella? And I said, porque ya eres tú. That was just like a quick last thing that I added, and it ended up being the outro, you know. So it worked out really well because she's
Yeah.
like, "Pues qué te sea?" And I'm like, "¿Por qué eres tú?" Right? You know, she asked me like, who are you talking about?" And
I'm
I
talking
said,
about you,
"Talking
girl.
about
What's wrong with
you."
you?
That's right.
Are me crazy?
Yeah, no, a lot of stuff like that, man. You know, behind the scenes stuff that nobody knows, right? You know that's why I like coming on your show and shows like yours, ¿verdad? Because things that I never thought I would talk about, I end up talking about it, and it's amazing. It's fun. It's fun, and you know, and it's to me, it's you know, I'm a very down to earth person. You know, I speak with everybody. When I walk into a salon, I try my best to shake everybody's hand, say hello to them, because, like you say, they're taking the time to come in and listen to the music and hang out with us. I mean, the least I could do is say hello and introduce myself. And you know, it's already become a habit. And number I've made so many friends, and got to know so many people that I would have probably never known. You know, because before antes, I used to have this mindset que pensaba like, well, who am I, right? Like they don't want to know who the heck I am. But it's not like that. It's not like that. And when you're thinking like that, I mean, this is for artists that are out there, ¿verdad? When you're thinking like that, que estás pensando, pues nadie quiere saber quién soy yo. They think, well, that guy se cree, right? Because he didn't even say hello or he just walked right past me. And so you're thinking, well, who am I to say hello to you? And they're thinking, well, this dude se cree bien, you know, whatever, porque he didn't say hi, right? And so I've learned it's best to just, you know, it's scary sometimes, right? You know, like you say, it takes us. I give credit to anybody who gets on stage. Anybody who gets on stage, whether you're a Grammy Award winner or barely starting for the very first time, it takes, you know, it takes a little something, something to get up there and do what you're doing. And as long as you stick with it, it's como cualquier cosa, like anything, you stick with it, you're gonna get better, and it's gonna come easier and easier. Like when I first started doing podcasts, I had no idea how to talk. I mean, I know how to talk, but you know, the main thing is just be yourself.
Yeah.
And at first, I wanted to be very technical, like, pues we're doing this and we're doing that, and now I'm just, you know, I just come on and I hang out and I have a good time and we laugh and all that good stuff, you know, and say hello to the people and it's very enjoyable. So
I,
yeah, that's the thing. That's the bottom line is put yourself out there, right? Even though you think that people don't give a crap who you are or what you're doing, you'd be surprised how many people are waiting for you to say hello because they want to tell you, man, that new song that you just put out is my favorite, you know. So I
yep.
get a lot of that. I get a lot of that, and I wouldn't get it if I didn't put myself out there y saludarle a la gente y ser, como dije mi papá, ser amable con la gente, right? You know, and be personable, you know, and humble, because again, once again, el respeto te lleva muy lejos y el respeto te abre muchas puertas, right? Respect will open a lot of doors for you, and as long as you do that, you know, you can pretty much hang out with all different kinds of people, you know, and get along with them. Pero, you know, this is my one recommendation to those that are barely getting started. You know, put yourself out there, say hello, talk to people, introduce yourself, porque así es como te conoce la gente. That's how people get to know you, and then you know, they'll be like, Rene Ramirez y Madura, who the hell is that guy? But if you already introduced yourself to them, they'll be like, Rene, I met that guy, I met his wife, I met his kids, real cool dude. You know, totally different, a whole different, you know, outcome just by being polite and saying hello to everybody. You know, because that's what people are looking for. You know, and a lot of times, como digo, they want you to tell them hello because they want to tell you how much they like your music. And if you don't say hello, pues you'll never know. And you're over here thinking, no, pues who am I to be getting in people's face? Yeah, bueno, si no te saludan y todo, pues nomás, you know, go about your business. But you know, I found that majority of people are very outgoing and they want to platicar, quieren platicar también, right? So you know, it's good to be like that, and that's something that my dad taught us, you know, since a very young age. You know, to be humble and to be respectful and to you know, prestarte con la gente, right? Which you know, in English means like, you know, be cool with everybody, basically. So
Well,
yeah, man,
that's
that's my consejo, right, to anybody out there that's very getting going.
yeah, that's one of the things that I try to do here on the show is try to get people to understand, or the artist. I want them to know that this is this is part of the process and trying to get you more approachable to people. When people are here, they can hear the backstory of all of your songs and understand where you come from, and so that way they can they can be part of the whole thing, and they can say, oh, you know what, I like that song. I really like the way the way it sounded, but now, man, I know it's for his girl or whatever, and I'm going to dedicate it to my girl. And it makes you more approachable when they see you. It's more approachable, and that's really the key thing. That's what you want. You want to be uh, a person, because a lot of times, fans don't see you as a person. They see you just as a singer up there. Real quickly, Marina says, yeah, that had a groove, had a good groove, the song. Good friend of mine, Miguel Miguel Hernandez, so much a good friend, I forgot his name. Miguel Hernandez. He's a terrific person, a great father, but even he's a great musician as well. He's got some music that's coming out, and this guy is just on fire, man. This man, he knows how to. He's got some great music, and I really want him to blow up, because if anybody deserves it, it's Miguel. Otra vez he jumped off. He says good advice. Let's see here. Did he come back? Yeah, there he is. About what you were saying, Rene, he said, Miguel said, that's a good advice about going out there and shaking hands and saying hello
Oh
to
yeah.
people. Yeah, definitely, that's a good thing. I always try to be as friendly as I can. I'm nobody special. I'm just some guy from Vancouver, Texas, anyway. But I still try to shake everybody's hand and say hello. Marina says, I felt what your girlfriend felt like. What I was like with my husband. She was like, "Who's that girl? Who's that girl?" It was you, girl.
All along, all along.
I'm
It was
serious.
all along.
Yeah, that's everybody wants that girl that loves you like the those people that love Trump. No, it's fake news, girl. They I didn't kiss her. That's fake news. What about the picture? No, that picture's AI. No, it wasn't me. that's that's my primo. He looks just like me, but that's not me.
Yeah, no, sweet,
That
right?
is cool. Yeah, I wrote it for you, girl.
Yeah, yeah. And that line was added at the very last second because I hadn't seen it from that perspective.
Yeah,
And
but
when she brought that up, I said, was porque ya eres tú, right? And it fit just perfect. So
it's a
yeah,
good it's a good closing. It's a good closing line.
yes, sir. And I'd like to give a quick shout out, man, if I could, to the guys
Yeah.
from the band, to Mr. John David Zarate, a bass player, también a Mr. Adan Vela Jr. on the drums, ¿verdad? Big shout out to Fidencio Treviño on the accordion, right? And my brother Roger Ramirez, el que toca con los Gamblers, ¿verdad? Con Ricky Naranjo, los Gamblers. He helped me out on this album as well, and on some vocals. Big shout out to my brother Roger, my brother Randy, my brother Joe. And then if I could, también a big shout out to Jesus Rosas también y toda la familia Rosas. He's an accordion player también. If I could, I would like to ask everybody.
Actually, Renee, here, let me do this real quick. If they want to get a hold of you, or if they want to get some more information, first of all, they can go ahead and go to your Facebook chat. Miren nomás, I got the magic right there. There's your QR code for your Facebook. Let me go ahead and bow out, man, so that way you can send out your shout outs and say your thank yous. Be sure you remind people where they can find you as far as where you're going to be performing next, and keep doing your shout outs and finish out, man. It's just you, bro. I'll drop out. Go ahead.
Well, no, what I was gonna say, if I could just take this moment to ask everybody to pray for my brother Benny Ramirez. He's very sick right now. They diagnosed him with cancer, unfortunately, and he's fighting it, and he's being very strong. But if you guys out there could just say a prayer for my brother, Mr. Benny Ramirez, I really greatly appreciate it. And it's one of the reasons that we've been going through this probably a little bit over a month now, and I haven't been so much on social media because it's hard for him to be going through all that, and then I'm over here, celebrating and doing my thing. Pero I know it's something that he would want me to continue to do because we're all musicians, somos todos músicos, and I love you, brother, and I wish you the best, and I hope that you recover very soon. And if you guys could just say a prayer for him, the voladita. His name is Benny Ramirez, ¿verdad? And I greatly appreciate it. Pero going back to the music, man, you guys, very very happy to be here. Very happy to say hello and get to hang out with you guys. And everybody who hasn't heard my music, you can find it on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere you can look for your favorite music. It's gonna be there. Just look it up under Rene Ramirez y Maduro, or you can find it at Ferry Records on YouTube. Ferry Records YouTube TV también. We have all the lyric videos and all the new music that's going to be coming out. So yeah, just keep a lookout because we got a lot of good stuff coming. And I just want to say thank you very much. And we got a lot of love for you guys, ¿verdad? And that's why we do what we do. Y para adelante vamos y le vamos a seguir, ¿verdad? Con la gracia de Dios. Ánimo, que no se agüite mi gente.
There you go. And, Marina says it as well, praying for your family in Jesus' name. Amen. We hopefully, the good thing with living in today's world is what we have to understand. Almost all cancers can be treated. Almost all of them can be treated. The success rate depends on detection. How early you catch it. How early you catch it. That's the key thing. If you catch it early enough, you can live with it for a very long time. So take care of yourself and go to the doctor and go get yourself checked out. So that way you can live longer for those around you. Remember, everything you do affects everyone around you. You affect everyone around you. Your wife, your children, your grandchildren, your neighbors. Everybody is affected by what you do. That's why we should always try to be the best people that we can be, because it does affect people around us. And the world is full of people, just very few humans. We should learn to be human with each other, especially in this time. There's a lot of hate that's going on, and we need to get rid of this hate. The only way we can do it is through love. And so, brother, I'll be praying for your brother, man. I definitely will be praying for him, man. And if there's anything you need, you please reach out to me. I will definitely be there. I know a lot of my audience, y'all guys know that I participate in a lot of benefits and always try to help out as much as I can. I mean, after all, what manner of a man would I be if I didn't try to make this world a better place?
Exactly.
That's what we're supposed to do. Let me turn real quick for those of y'all that are listening to the radio, or if you're listening to it on the internet. If you hear Renee's music, you're going to see an add to cart button there. You can click on that add to cart button. Not only can you buy the song, but you can buy all of Renee's music on Apple Music, not iTunes, but Apple Music. You can buy it all. Why not? It's only 99 cents. You know what? If you buy a cup of coffee every day for the entire year, that's $14,000. What? Yeah. So buy some music. Buy some music. Start off with all of Renee's music. But anyway, if you buy the music from my app or from my radio station website, I don't get any money from that transaction, but I do get a discount on my licenses because I am a fully accredited radio station with ASCAP, BMIC, second SOCOR. If you want your music to be heard on my station, gotta have two things. First thing, it has to be recorded in industry standards. We just talked about it just now, so that way it sounds good, so that way people will listen to your music. And the second thing, it has to have an ISRC code. That ISRC code is for you, so that way you can get your royalties. And if you have trouble with that, drop me a DM, and I'll send you some information on how to get that. Because the only way we can level up is together. And remember, you should never look down on people. The only time you look down on someone is when you're helping them up. That's the only time. So Gigi La Chicana Guerrero says, saludos de Mission, Texas. Gigi, girl, she's got some music out. She's got her show. You're making me look bad, girl. I can sing too. Me. You know it. It's Tejano time is here. He says, shout out from DFW. Thank you so very much for joining us, brother. Well, hopefully we'll see you. Let us know who you have on for tomorrow, because I know I was super jealous, but I had Margie Fender this past weekend, and it's going to be a great show. Oh yes, Rene, what you got coming up next, brother? What's next for you, brother?
Well, like I said, right now, I'm kind of going through some personal stuff. We got a lot of gigs coming up. This next month's fully booked, but it's all private stuff. And then we're trying to wrap up the new album, so we're in the what was it, like 3 weeks ago? We played Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday we were in the studio. Then we went to go play. Then we played afterwards, and then we went back to the studio on Sunday. And no man, we've just been super busy. Pero like I said, it's what we pray for, and God is opening the doors for us. We gotta go through them, verdad? So lo que but just like I said, keep a lookout. The new music videos coming out very soon for La Parranda, and then we're gonna start working on another one as well. Con la gracia de Dios, right? So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up, and then like I said, the new album is in the works. So yeah, pa adelante vamos, man. We got quite a bit of stuff going on, and like I think right now, ahorita estoy a little bit I wouldn't say stalled or anything like that, but I am holding back a little bit because I for my brother and what we're going through and all that.
Yeah, that's completely understandable, and actually, that's kind of expected, and nobody should look any way other than, yes, of course, with understanding, because of the fact that it's your brother. My brother's birthday just happened not too long ago. He was a couple of weeks ago, and for those of y'all that don't know, I am a transplant recipient. So I believe in transplants. I mean, I wouldn't be here without it. My brother actually is my donor. He was the only one that matched.
Compatible.
Yeah,
right.
That was compatible. Not my children, nobody in my family. And actually, I was pretty resonant because I was on the donor list for 2 years, and then they took me off because I was too sick to survive the surgery. But I fought and clawed, and I got myself back on the list. And you only get on the list for 2 years, and I got myself back on the list. And my brother, he just by himself. I didn't ask him or anything. He just went down there, took the test. They saw that he was a match. The very next day, I was in the hospital, 22-hour surgery, and a month and a half in the hospital. And here I am 5 years later. So he is my hero, but he did that for me. I only have one brother. So yeah, definitely family, it makes a difference.
Oh, and, yes,
sir. I'm gonna lay some information on y'all. Even though 30%, 32% of the people that need transplants are are Hispanics, Latin people, only 9% of the donors are Latin. Think about that. So give the gift of life. Become a donor. It's not that difficult to do. It's real easy to sign up, but you would be giving somebody the gift of life. And that's truly taking care of your brother. And so I will pray for you, brother. And if there's anything that you need, I guarantee you I'll be there for you, man. You just let me know.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight and, having me on your show. Como digo, it's always an honor and a pleasure to be here. And we always have a good time. So, looking forward to the next one. Con la gracia de Dios, right? I'll come back and, hopefully by then my brother will be doing better. And I'll be pushing the next album. And, I'm looking forward to it, man.
At least we got to talk about the new video or something, man. We'll come up with an excuse to get you on the show. Trust me. We'll get you over here. We'll get you back.
Sounds good.
And all of y'all, thank you so very much for joining us, man. I really do appreciate you, each and every one of y'all. And if today was a bad day, if you had a bad day today, just remember, every day planes take off against the wind. You matter. You are loved. God bless you. Be safe. Be kind to each other. Be human to each other. Thank you so very much, Rene. I really do appreciate you, brother, man. It's always fun to have you, man. We're going to leave you with Que Estúpido Fui, which is a great song. I want to leave you with Ella because it's a better song for me. But, I have my favorites. I do. But Que Estúpido Fui from Rene Ramirez y Maduro. And that is the one and only Rene Ramirez. I'm Indio, right here on Cubo Radio. Y hasta luego, gente. We'll see you next time.
¡Ánimo!
Floté arriba y nunca pensé en caer. Viví en un sueño hasta que un día desperté, porque alguien enamorado.